just covering last week, obviously consistency really was kind of the ultimate part there. I mean, had our opportunities, needed to cash in on those. Hats off to Navy. Thought they played a really nice game. Again, I think about it from our standpoint, things that we can control and things that we need to take care of. And there's opportunities in there to finish up that game. In our conference, it's going to be a lot of tight ball games. You've got to go win the close ones and find ways to win those and make the plays to make that happen. Had our opportunities in there and didn't capitalize on them. That being said, we've got a great opponent this week, obviously. Whatever ranking system you want to look at, they're in the top 2, top 3, somewhere in that nature. Got to go back up to their place again. But I know our guys are excited and looking forward to the opportunity to go and play. We've had great competitive bouts with them over the years and don't expect this to be any different. They're playing at a really, really high level right now. Offensively, they're really consistent in what they do. They run the football well. Obviously, Ritter is a factor when it comes to that, but Ford has been playing lights out as the running back. They're big up front. They're moving people. They keep you balanced in what they do from a passing game standpoint. Pierce is, a big, tall receiver out there that makes plays, not just down the field, but, being a possession receiver at times when they ask him to be. They do a good job with multiple tight end sets and giving you different looks and making you align to those things. So we got to be locked in on that part of it. Got to do a good job of fitting things and coming downhill and get them in, negative down and distance type situations. You look at them defensively, I really think that's where, as potent as they are on offense, I think that may be their strength this year. You look at all the takeaways they have. Everybody in the secondary has at least one pick. Most of them have multiple picks. There's a couple of them that got 3 apiece. They've done a really good job in that area. They're tough to run the football against with some of the angles and things that they give you. They're big up front. Both of their linebackers are sitting there at 250, 255 and can both run. And so it prevents, or it puts in front of you or presents a significant challenge for us. But that being said, a lot of those guys are back from last year. We got to do a good job just coming off the football, targeting things right, being physical when we have the opportunities to do that, and be balanced in what we do and try to keep them off balance. Well, I think it's a unique experience for our guys. Again, I don't know how much that's really going to factor in for us on our side of it. I would imagine the crowd was going to be good whether they were there or not. It usually is, and especially as well as they've been playing. That stadium's usually full, so it's going to be an electric type atmosphere. For us, we're going to have our small section over there that'll have a little bit of blue in it, and then the rest of it's going to be against us. So when you go on the road, understand what that scenario is going to be, and we've got to play it that way. Game day being there, obviously there'll be talk on our game quite a bit on the airway parts of it. But that being said, for us, it's about what we do between the white lines and lining up against them. I just know our guys are going to be motivated. Felt like really the last 2 years we've gone to their place and really played, in my opinion, played some really good football and had opportunities in both of those games. And so I think our guys look at it as, Cincinnati, they may be ranked in all of those things and understand how good of a football team they are. We're giving them respect from that standpoint, but also understand that, we feel like we have a team that can go up there and compete and present problems for them. And it's about going up and doing that for 60 minutes. Well, I mean, defensively, it's almost like they got all their starters back. That being said, they've got a couple of new faces in there, but the guys that stepped in are guys that started games last year. I mean, Cook, he started against us in the championship game last year. And then I think he played in the bowl game versus Georgia. So from that standpoint, the experience parts of it, I think, kind of continue to lean their way a little bit from there. Schematically, they're doing a few things different defensively. But for the most part, Luke does a great job. And he's still got his hands pretty heavily on their defense. does a good job of creating problems for you. And so basically they're kind of in that same mode that they've been in from that standpoint. When you look at them offensively, they've always had really talented running backs. Ford brings another element to it, and he's really fit in well to what they do and how they do it. But Ritter, he makes them go. I mean, he's really calm back there. He's seen a lot of different looks. He's getting everybody's best shot. You got to get pressure on him, but you got to be careful on how you do that because, he can do so many things with his feet. You think about the championship game last year, really in the second half, him with his feet, really got them out of some situations that we probably could have been off the field in. Well, I think it's something you can continue to point to and build upon. But that being said, every game's different, and we got to go up there and perform at a really high level in all three phases. And it'll take all three phases to make a game like this happen. So, when you see momentum, you've got to be able to hold on to it and then continue to, spark that as you kind of work your way through it. So we have played some top 10 teams already this year, and our guys have performed well. We got to continue to keep that mode and then find a way to win them in the fourth.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.